So I think we finally got the audio fixed. Hooray! So one day, I was so bored. Oh, so very bored. So damned bored. I decided to visit a site that links you up with chat rooms. Since I had used it in the past since I was a kid, I was pretty familiar with it. You just hop into a room and talk to people about things that didn't matter much, such as life, anime, and great games such as Honey Pop? God, no, no, fuck that, no. God, no, stop everything. We're talking about this. What the fuck, Steam? What the fuck is this? Is this what's gonna be the fucking norm now? Next thing you know, it'll just be a really bad porn site featuring nothing but tits everywhere? I'm looking at you, Sakura series. God, just let me play my fucking Barbie games in peace. Come on. But that isn't what we're here for today. So as I said, I browsed some chat rooms and I finally picked one. I relaxed and talked with a bunch of random people and we started talking about really old nostalgic movies. So I don't know exactly what movie we were going to pick, but I think it was The Iron Giant. Which, by the way, is an amazing movie that you should watch even if you haven't seen it before. It's a really good movie. Not just for nostalgic purposes, but to see how films were back then. So in this little group, there were 4 guys, including myself and 1 girl. Apparently, the 3 guys already knew the girl in real life. I was like, cool, that's thumbs up for you. You know a female. Ooh. So I exchanged Skypes with them, and we got into a call and decided she would screen share to show the movie. We all got food and stuff for the movie, and I was ready. I had my popcorn. I started talking privately with one of the members in the group. The guy seemed pretty shy, but he was really cool. Nice guy. Eventually, everyone got back, and we forgot about the movie. Kind of. See, it was rather obvious this one guy and the girl were dating. For the sake of convenience, we'll call the girl Diablo and the guy Staz. See, Staz was one of those people who would go out of his way to prove everyone he was the alpha. He had to just prove it to everyone for no apparent reason, and he would put everyone down. The only thing was, he was very poor at it, and when I just happened to point it out, Diablo responded by scorching me in the flames of hell and bursting my eardrums with the screams of 1,000 tortured souls. So I was kind of in a bad position. Anyway, I reminded everyone that we had a movie that we were going to start, but we somehow got derailed again. Diablo began talking about one of her high school experiences. I actually didn't mind, but it became quickly apparent that this wasn't the type of fun time with her friends or something. Instead, I was greeted with the fact that she was so hardcore that she used half a horse tranquilizer and was allowed to crash in the principal's office because she had dirt on how he screwed a student. At this point, I realized these aren't quite the people I want to be around and say a final time that I just want to watch the damned movie and go on about my life. Staz had been quiet for a while now, and I could only assume he was gone. Diablo said she would be right back, and I was extremely irritated at this point. I began chatting with my friend once more. We'll call him Charles. Anyway, I was wondering if this happened all the time and what the hell happened to the 2 of them. That's where everything got a little bit more fucked up. So apparently Diablo was dating all 3 of these guys in real life. I'm not one to judge right away, but from what I know about it, it's usually a fucked up system and it rarely works out. He also mentioned Staz has probably ran over to Diablo's house and they were having some fun. And I'm just thinking, great, I can't watch The Iron Giant because this dude wants to get his dick wet. About a second later, he confesses that he has been terribly unhappy in his relationship because he is constantly ignored and Staz constantly puts him down and she just laughs. The guy seemed alright, so I gave him a big speech about how this concept of love is fucked up and he should speak to her about it. He was nervous, but he wanted me to help him even more by talking with her first. So for whatever reason, I decided to talk with her. Keep in mind, I've known these people for less than a day, and I just want to watch a damned movie. So after about 15 minutes, she comes back to cancel the movie night, which I had already realized wasn't going to happen. I talked to her in private and addressed why she felt the need to mess around like this, because it was just a bit too much. She seemed to favor one dude. Why not just go out with him instead of, fucking with this guy and some other dude as well? Believe it or not, she admitted right there, rather bluntly, that her dad was in massive debt and Staz didn't want to get a job. She was using Charles for his money, which I'm going to assume he had a fair amount of. Didn't really feel a need to ask because a second later she tried to make me promise not to say anything. She even offered me nudes. To which I just said, fuck that. I was so disgusted with this creature that I honestly just stopped talking with him right after that. I went to talk with Charles and explain to him what happened, and he didn't even get angry. I urged him to go talk with her and get out of this obviously toxic relationship where he was just getting used, and for the most part, he was willing to do it, but he still had his doubts. But you know what? I just went and made myself some new popcorn, because I'll be damned if I'm going to let this stop me from being washed in a feeling of nostalgia. As I'm about to start my movie, I get a message from Diablo saying how I'm ruining her life more than the fucking remake of Ghostbusters. I simply ignored it and enjoyed the movie, to which I still don't remember what I watched. At the end, I messaged Charles and asked him how everything went, and, well, he decided to give her another chance. I had my fill of this mess and wished him luck and went about my way. I never really got to know the third dude, in all honesty, so I kind of forgot about him, to be honest. Probably should have seen if he felt the same way or he was being used or something, but that was just the end of it for me. It's not my shit to go through. But you know, less than a week later, I got a message from Charles again. He said he knew what I was saying was right, but he didn't want to leave. He finally grew a pair and broke up with her, I guess. I didn't talk with him because I actually left my computer on for a download. Never saw the guy again, but I hope he's doing well. Anyway, that's my trip of nostalgia, pretty much. It got kind of ruined a little bit, but, you know, I still had popcorn. I enjoyed my movie. Still don't remember what the fuck I watched, so that just means I can enjoy it again. Woohoo! Now for the art of the video. I feel like this really fits the entire theme of the video, mainly because of how it shows that Charles was being used and because his heart was kind of encaptured in this false sense of love. His muscles and bone structure is kind of coming out around his neck. He looks like he's been kind of, you know, drained, just like his assets. This also shows what a powerful grip feelings can have on our heart and make us do irrational things that we might see that is not best at the time, but we still do it anyway because love, woohoo, yeah.
Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside.
Anyway, please do check this guy out. He makes some beautiful art. I've looked at his stuff. Oh my god, it is just fantastic. I'll leave a link down in the description, have his name probably up here. Beautiful, beautiful work. Thank you so much for letting me use this. Holy shit. Anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. Here's a shameless self-promotion, and have a good day.